Having walked a long time through sand, searching for people, the little prince finally discovered a road. The road led to a blossoming rose garden. The little prince gazed at them. All of them looked like his flower. He felt very unhappy. His flower had told him she was the only one of her kind in the whole universe, and here were 5,000 of them, all just alike, in just one garden. She would be very annoyed if she saw this.
If she saw this, she would cough terribly and pretend to be dying, to avoid being laughed at. And I'd have to pretend to be nursing her. Otherwise, she'd really let herself die in order to humiliate me. I thought I was rich because I had one flower, and all I own is an ordinary rose.
Standing among the 5,000 roses, the little prince suddenly felt very lonely. He climbed a high mountain, hoping he would get a view of the whole planet and all the people on it. But he saw nothing but rocky peaks as sharp as needles.
Where are you? Let's be friends! I'm lonely!
And he lay down in the grass and wept. It was then that the fox appeared.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who are you? You're very pretty.
I'm a fox.
Come and play with me. I'm feeling so sad.
I can't play with you. I'm not tamed.
Excuse me? What does tamed mean?
You're not from around here. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for people. What does tamed mean?
People have guns and they hunt. It's quite troublesome. And they raise chickens. It's the only interesting thing about them. Are you looking for chickens?
No, I'm looking for friends. What does tamed mean?
It's something that's been too often neglected. It means to create ties.
To create ties?
That's right. For me, you're only a little boy, just like 100,000 other little boys. And I have no need of you. And you have no need of me either. For you, I'm only a fox, like 100,000 other foxes. But if you tame me, we'll need each other. You'll be the only boy in the world for me. I'll be the only fox in the world for you.
I'm beginning to understand. There's a flower. I think she's tamed me.
Possibly. On Earth one sees all kinds of things.
Oh, this isn't on Earth.
On another planet?
Yes.
Well, are there hunters on that planet?
No.
Now that's interesting. And chickens?
No.
Oh, nothing's perfect. My life is monotonous. I hunt chickens, people hunt me. All chickens are just alike, and all men are just alike. But if you tame me, my life will be filled with sunshine. I'll know the sound of footsteps that will be different from all the rest. Other footsteps send me back underground. Yours will call me out of my burrow like music. Please, tame me.
I'd like to, but I haven't much time. I have friends to find, and so many things to learn.
The only things you learn are the things you tame.
Well, what do I have to do?
You have to be very patient. First, you'll sit down a little ways from me over there in the grass. But day by day, you'll be able to sit a little closer.
That was how the little prince tamed the fox. And when the time to leave was near,
I shall weep.
It's your own fault. I never wanted to do you any harm, but you insisted that I tame you.
I'll make you the gift of a secret. It's quite simple. One sees clearly only with the heart. Anything essential is invisible to the eyes.
Anything essential is invisible to the eye.
It's the time you spent on your rose that makes your rose so important. People have forgotten this truth, but you mustn't forget it. You become responsible forever for what you've tamed.
I'm responsible for my rose.
Goodbye.
It was now the 8th day since my crash landing in the desert, and I'd listened to the story about the fox as I was drinking the last drop of my water supply.
You know, the roses in the garden bloom. No one has tamed them, and they haven't tamed anyone. They are beautiful, but they're empty. One couldn't die for them. But my rose is more important, since she's the one I've watered. She's the one I put under glass. She's the one I listened to when she complained, or when she boasted. She's my rose.
Your memories are very pleasant, but I haven't yet repaired my plane. I have nothing left to drink.
My friend the fox told me...
Little fella, this has nothing to do with the fox. We're going to die of thirst. He doesn't realize the danger, I said to myself. He's never hungry or thirsty. A little sunlight is enough for him. But the little prince looked at me and answered my thought.
I'm thirsty too. Let's find a well.
It is absurd looking for a well at random in the vastness of the desert. But even so, we started walking. And when we had walked for several hours in silence, night fell, and stars began to appear. I noticed them, as in a dream, being somewhat feverish on account of my thirst.
The stars are beautiful because of a flower you don't see. The desert is beautiful. What makes the desert beautiful is that it hides a well somewhere.
As the little prince was falling asleep, I picked him up in my arms and started walking again. I was moved. It was as if I was carrying a fragile treasure. It actually seemed to me there was nothing more fragile on earth.